Hi guys. If anybody is here, pop in and say hi. I am on a bit of a drive, so I thought that I would chit chat with you guys while I do that. I also had to take Rue back to the animal shelter today because I'm going out of town, so he had to go back um, to get fixed and vaccinated, and then I'll pick him up when I get back from out of town. But it's still very difficult, and I feel very distraught. I like meeting him was so fucking hard. But anyways, don't be shy. Say hello. And if you hear me okay, let me know. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me all right. Hey Byron, can you hear me okay? Byron, did you see that video of Miss Passion? Hi Roger, how are you, my friend? Roger, I saw that message and I want to make sure you're okay. It didn't post because I think that YouTube has like this thing on where certain messages don't post. But is your cat okay? I just wanted to make sure because I saw a message I think that said I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it and have it be true. So I'm just gonna wait for you to tell me if I saw the right thing or not. Okay. Okay. Roger, I'm gonna give you my email address so that way if you ever need to talk and I'm not on YouTube, you can always email me and I'll respond to you. Or if you are you on Facebook, Roger? Oh, a video Miss Passion posted. So Miss Passion posted that video where it was that lady acting a fool in a 7-Eleven, and I said it looked like Stacy. That's what I said. Because I watch Miss T's videos sometimes. Now that hey Michael, how are you? Michael, are you and Shannon still together? You can't have Facebook, Roger. Okay, Roger, I'm gonna figure out a way to give you my email address, and then you can email me if you ever need to talk, and I'm not on YouTube. Oh, I have my cruise control set. I didn't even realize that. So you guys know I am not driving unsafely. I have a oh shit, I just turned it off. I have a mount that sits right in front of me, and then I have like a little screen where I can read everything. So I'm not like illegally driving, just so everybody knows. What is the fuck is wrong with me right now? I keep trying to set my cruise control, and I'm having a hell of a time. And set. There we go. Anyways, that's good. I'm glad you guys are. I like Shannon. She's a good girl. Her and I get along really well. I think we actually, I don't know why why we weren't friends before, because we actually are very, very alike. When I look back on all that nonsense now, it was so ridiculous. Hi, cutie pie. How are you, lovey? What's everybody up to this weekend? I feel like I'm yelling. If I sound like I'm yelling, tell me and I'll shut my mouth. Sorry about that burp, you guys. I'm drinking a Monster. And so it usually makes me burp. And I like cut my upper lip. Like on the inside though. Anyways, I had to take Rue back today at 3 to the animal shelter so that he can get fixed. He got vaccinated and chipped, but I filled out the adoption papers because he's being adopted by my friend. So he's technically belongs to me. Nobody's going to be able to get him. So they told me the story about Rue, you guys. He was found on a boat. His mother was there, but her milk had dried up. There were 3 other siblings, but a dog attacked them and killed them. So I think that that's what had happened to his neck. I think that's why he had that big wound on his neck. But when I brought him in today, they were all so happy. They're like, we really did not think this little baby was going to survive. I'm so happy that he made it. I just hope he doesn't regress with me leaving him. Oh, you're not chipped? Well, good thing, cutie pie. We don't want you chipped. I might as well have a chip, you guys, because my defibrillator, it has a computer in it. What's got a piece of hair in my mouth? Okay, so my defibrillator has a computer in it that downloads all of my information to my doctor every night at midnight, but it also has a serial number. I have to carry a card. So technically, the government has me chipped, too. I have to have surgery this summer to get that shit replaced. I'm thinking about not getting it replaced. Let me give you guys my logic here. Reason being is I really don't like that number 1. I do. I have hi Shannon. It's called an ICD. So I have a piece of fucking hair in my mouth and it's driving me nuts. It's a defibrillator and pacemaker. So, because the heart condition I have is called prolonged QT interval, which my heart just basically doesn't send the right electrical signals, I guess. I don't fucking know. Some weird shit that made me die. Literally made me have heart attacks. But, because of the medications that I have to take to keep my heart rate the way it should be, they make my heart rate super low. So my heart rate, hi Silk, sits in the 40s. Oh, it's okay, cutie. It's just in the 40s. So I get super tired. But the thing is about the defibrillator, so when I get too low or too high, it will pace me. And then if I get to, I think if it's below 40 or above 180, that's when it will shock me. Because the problem with prolonged QT interval is I kept having episodes of syncope, which is basically fainting, because my heart was stopping. So that way, like, at least if my heart stops, like, I have the defibrillator. But this is why I don't want to get it again. Let me tell you why. What happens if I, like, get old, and I am getting old, and then, like, I get terminal? Like, if I get terminal and I decide I don't want to be resuscitated, like, they can't do that. They have to keep resuscitating me because my defibrillator, my defibrillator would do it no matter what. No, I take something called and then I also take a water pill. I think atrial defibrillation is a little bit different than what I have. So does that mean her heart beats too fast or flutters? It doesn't hurt. The surgery did hurt, but that's only because all my ribs were broken from CPR. Guys, like, I know that they say CPR is supposed to be brutal, I have never been in so much pain in my life. I'll tell you, the worst pain, worse than childbirth, was when they put the chest tube in me. So they did CPR repeatedly when I coded, and when they did that, they broke all of my ribs. Well, I immediately went into a coma. So when they broke my ribs, they punctured my lungs, which caused a pneumothorax, and I was like drowning in my own chest fluid, basically, and they didn't know because I was in a coma. So when I woke up from my coma, they had to replace the chest tube because the first doctor had placed it wrong, and I was awake for that shit the second time. That is the absolute worst pain because they literally cut you open and shove a fucking tube into your lungs. I swear to God. They tried numbing it, but bro, there's no way you can numb that deep. I don't know if they gave me enough medication that I finally fell asleep or I passed out from the pain. One of the two. But I'll tell you, I'm not a huge baby with pain. That shit was the worst. The worst pain I've ever had. Well, I mean, I think the heart attacks I don't remember the heart attacks because I was in a coma, so I went into a coma right after them, but what happened was I remember being in the hospital room, and I had a visitor, his name was Jeff, and I just remember looking at him being like, I can't breathe, and he called the nurse, and that's the first time I coded, so, it literally just felt like I was suffocating, which is the most panicking feeling you can imagine. And then I don't remember anything else, which I think is God's way of making it easier on me. They had to break his ribs. Dude, that is painful. And then, after my defibrillator surgery, I was trying to heal, and I couldn't heal. I couldn't move. My ribs were broken, and I had surgery on my chest. It was fucking hell. Bear down to top of pain. I don't know what SVTs are. I know that what happened was it caused my heart to go into torsades. Torsades means the twisting of the heart. I don't even know. Like I said, I was in a coma for all of it, but I know that they told my kids to say goodbye. And then when I woke up from my coma, I had to learn to walk and talk again because I'd been in a coma so long. And they told me that the doctor came in and talked to me and told me he had never seen someone dead so much one night and then be alive the next day. So, what is his thoracic? Oh my God, he had a huge tube. Yes, that's what they did to me. And then, I couldn't breathe either. So what they did, I was in a coma, so I don't remember. But so since I was in a coma, I couldn't tell them I couldn't breathe. They didn't know I had a punctured lung, and then I got sepsis from all the shit in there. But this was 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. 5.5. Anyways, that is scary. Yeah, they shoved this big old tube right in your side, in between your rib cage, and they have to do it quick, so they don't have time to put you to sleep for that shit. That shit is horrible. Did he tell you it was horrible, cutie? It was horrible. And they try to numb it with some bullshit Novocaine, but that does not work. So yeah, I had that big old tube hanging out of my side, and then it was draining all the fluid out of my lungs. And then for some reason, it kept dislodging. So I had to have it placed twice. And then they helicoptered me to a different hospital, and I had the rest of my surgery. Yeah, it hurt. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Hi, Uni. Yes, Daisy was around during that time. I still don't, I don't remember any of it. So, I mean, that's what I tell people. I got off super easy. My family's the one that had help. Because they all thought I wasn't going to make it. I was in a coma. But I will tell you guys, people who have, out-of-body experiences, I didn't have any. All I remember is, I do remember just feeling very, comfortable and safe in black. I was in, a black cloud. That's all I remember. Aw, my kids were right by my bedside too. They were there for a long time, and they took pictures of me, and they were holding my hand. They thought that they were going to have, and it was a hard time for my family. I still feel pretty bad about scaring the shit out of everybody. Sorry. Oh, and the messed up part about it is they couldn't get a hold of my family for like 3 days, I think. Um, like my mom or anybody. They had my phone, so I don't know why they couldn't get a hold of anybody. Well, probably because my mother never, ever, ever answered the phone. I don't think they gave me ketamine, cutie pie. I had a doctor, and he wanted to be really careful about what he gave me because I had literally just come out of a coma. But he kept giving me fentanyl, and I think he gave me so much fentanyl it either put me to sleep. Finally, I had enough fentanyl that I fell asleep, or I passed out from the pain. I don't know which one, but that's got to be the worst pain ever. A chest tube, got to be the worst. Your ribs being broken stuff too, because you feel like you can't move, but it's like the chest tube. 9 out of 10. Way worse than way worse than childbirth. Well, thank you, Silk. I'm glad too. It's actually crazy because you would look at me now and you would never even know. The only way you can know that I have a defibrillator is, obviously I have a scar there, but like if you knock on it, it's hard. And then I have a little machine next to my bed. It looks like one of the old school answering machines. And it's like a little mouse thing. And every so often I hold it over my chest to calibrate it, and it just downloads all the information. That is so crazy, Cutie Pie. I have a story for you. So like a week before that happened, because the way they found out is I woke up and I passed out, and the ambulance came and looked at my heart, and they were like, something doesn't look right with your heart. Like, you need to go to the emergency room. So a week prior to that, I got up in the morning. It was 7 o'clock. So I remember I looked at my phone, and I was getting up to go pee. And that's the last thing I remember. I swear to God, I went to hell too. This is a week before I actually had the heart attack. But I swear to God, I went to hell. I was like, I could see what was going on, and it was almost like a dream, but it wasn't. It was like me and all these people were walking, and we were walking, and I couldn't see their faces, and they weren't talking, and you could hear people screaming. And I was trying to be a smartass, and I was like, oh, God, I hope we're not going where all the people are screaming. And nobody laughed. And I was like, well, what's up their ass? Whatever. And we just kept walking. And then the next thing I know, like, I could see myself on the floor. I was the one screaming. And there were, like, all these people around me. I couldn't see their faces. And they were, like, motioning for me to scream. Because if I screamed, then I was breathing. And then I could see myself on the floor screaming. And I could see my cat, like, terrified, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I swear to God, I was going to hell. I swear to God, I literally took myself to the emergency room and told them I had a seizure. That's what I thought it was. And I was leaving the emergency room. They're like, hey, wait, your potassium's low. Well, had they done heart stuff, they would have known that I was on the verge of heart attack. But I told them I thought I had a seizure, so they were checking brain stuff, not heart stuff. Yes, that happened a week before I died. 1 week. I swear to God I was going to hell. I swear to God that's where I was going. It was scary. That's so crazy that he had the same experience. And then the second time when I actually did, when I was in the coma and I did pass away, I don't remember anything. I just remember it being black. Just like black. Darkness, black. Maybe that's what hell is then. I don't know. But I do know that that is crazy that he had the same experience. I'll tell you what, I changed a whole shit ton about my life after that. Yeah, I called I called my mom, and my mom was like, you need to go to the emergency room and get checked if you think it was a seizure. I thought it was a seizure. Nope, sure wasn't. It was a heart attack. And had I listened, like had I, if they said we can do some other workup, but if you think it was a seizure, um, there's no need to, and they sent me home with like something to help me sleep. And then like a week later, I had a heart attack. You know what's like weird though? For a heart attack, I couldn't like it's weird. Like I was walking hunched over. I don't know how to describe it. Isn't that crazy, Cutie? I don't talk about it too much because I know a lot of people on YouTube like to use YouTube as what's wrong with them, and you know what I mean. They like to use that as their identity. So I don't like. And plus, people use shit against you. Let's be real, it's YouTube. So I don't talk about it too much. But when I had to have my heart surgery, I had it at like a heart hospital, and I was the youngest person on the floor. Oh my god, that's horrible. Bill. Yeah, that is hard. I was terrified after that. I called my mom. I think I called my cousin. I think I called my best friend. She's passed now, but I called her, and she was like, "You asshole, you're not going to hell." But she first thing when I woke up in the hospital, and this is the funniest story. My best friend called me. Her name was Kelly. She's the one that passed, and she was like, "You know what? You're really fucking lucky you're alive because if I had to come to your funeral and punch you right in the fucking face in a coffin, it was gonna get real weird for your family real fucking quick." I should have paid her back, but she wasn't there at her funeral. She was cremated. Hi, double shot. Oh, grand mal seizures? Yeah. Do you, Roger? Yeah, that's rough. It's really rough to have a lot of things wrong with you. So, like, now I have to be really careful. I can only have, like, I'm not supposed to have energy drinks, but my doctor said I could have 1 cup of coffee a day. So I figure one energy drink is about the same. Hi, Ken. Yes, please do make sure you're taking care of yourself, Roger. You have a lot of friends on here that care about you. So what's new on YouTube, guys? Anybody seen anything interesting? Other than Nikki Rev trying to get everybody to feel sorry for her because she's so bullied in this community, you know, that stuff. You're at family night. Oh, well, good to see you, Double Shot. I was just bored, so I thought I'd see how everybody was. And they're basically keeping me company while I drive. Why are people going so slow? Speeds haven't changed and I'm not aware. Family night's fun. So it did. I had to take Scar back today, Daisy. Is Daisy still here? But I filled out all of his adoption paperwork. Yes, you do. You have a lot of people who care about you, Roger. You're a great guy. You're a great friend. Don't let anybody ever make you feel like you're not. because so I'm leaving town for a week, and when I did pick him up, I told them that like I could only have him until the 20th. So they basically told me, okay, to bring him back. So a friend of mine is adopting him. I'm coming, like a friend of mine over by where my mom lives, Daisy, is adopting him. So because it's different counties, they couldn't technically do it in my county. So I had to fill out the adoption papers and act like I was adopting him. But then when I get back from being out and drop him off at his home, that way I get to see his new home, make sure it's good, make sure they're going to be good to him. But he has to get fixed. Like our county's guidelines are he has to be fixed and he has to be at least in town. And so I was trying to work with them, and I was like, well, can I just maybe like take him there on my way out of town to his new family, and they can get him fixed and maybe transfer counties, and they wouldn't let me do that. So they said what I could do was bring him there. I could adopt him. So technically he's mine. I filled out all the adoption paperwork, so no one will be able to get him in that week. And then when he reaches 2 pounds, he's 3 ounces off of 2 pounds. He'll be able to get fixed. Yes, he's going to a really good home. From what I understand, like I said, I will check it out myself and make sure I feel like it's a good home, but yes, he is. And so I guess what had happened was the lady that brought him in came out, and she was like, oh my God, this is the same kitten. They didn't think he was going to make it either. He was really sick. She said on the way to the vet, he kept stop moving, and she kept thinking that he was like dead. And they didn't think he was going to make it. What had happened was the mom and the kittens were on a boat. Some dogs got onto the boat and attacked them, killed the other babies, and got through, and that's how we got the neck wound. So he's lucky to be alive. His mom was still at the shelter, and that breaks my heart. So I will pick him up when I get back in town. He'll spend the night with me, and then I'll drive him to his new home. And then I'll probably visit my mom while I'm there. She tried to call me today. I didn't answer. He is a fighter. That little boy, like I told you guys, I wish you guys could have seen it. The first night I got him, he had a lifeless, his eyes didn't look lifeless. It's like he didn't have a will to live. And he could not hold his head up. Like the second day, his head was still rolling around. The third day, he was starting to get stronger. But I thought, like, if I can just get him through the first night, then he's going to be okay. So that first night, I was up every single hour, syringe feeding him and keeping him warm and just loving him, and he made it. Thank God. Hi, Lisa. I wish you could have had him, but you're so far away. I mean, I guess I could have used that as a reason to come visit you. Oh, you can't because of Jack. But everybody there was really happy to see how improved he was, and he got his vaccinations, and he got chips, and he'll get fixed. Oh yeah, I'm good, Lisa. I just I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I cried hysterically when I dropped him off. I just felt so bad because I felt like he doesn't understand. Like all he knows is I took care of him, and like he slept on me, I fed him, and then all of a sudden I'm gone now. And so it kills me to have to leave it there, but I didn't really have a choice. He has to get fixed. And they let him keep his favorite toy. It's like a little, look, when they gave him to me, they gave him to me in a cardboard box carrier. That's how much he didn't move around, and he was already at least 2 or 3 weeks old. So I got him a nice carrier, and so they kept the carrier and his fur baby and his favorite blankie. He likes to knee nurse on his blankie, and then I got him this cat. It's a stuffed cat, but it comes with a little heart inside of it, and the heart beats. And then you can put heat packs in there, and it stays warm. And so I got him that, and he likes to sleep on that. So I asked if they would let that stay in with him, and they said yeah. Yeah, it is an unfair risk, especially with the kitten. And so we have Bella, the big pit bull, and I couldn't figure out why he was so good with the other cats, but he was terrified. Like, he would hiss and spit at the dog. Well, that's why he was attacked by a dog. So, I think that any big dog would probably be very traumatizing for him. The home he's going to does have a dog, but it's a very small dog, and they have one other cat, which I don't worry about that. He's really good with cats. Um, what was I going to say? God, I was just going to say something. Okay, so the lady that's adopting him has been looking for a kitten, and I was friends with twins in high school. Their names were Robin and Angela. They were like my best friends. And Robin and I are still in touch. Well, I've been posting his progress on Facebook. You saw that, right, Daisy? And my friend Robin commented and asked if he needed a home. Right, the first time she saw him when he was really sick, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna need a home when he's well. And she has a friend who, her daughter Ariana is special needs. She had Ariana in high school when we went to high school together, and she's special needs. And then her best friend's son was special needs. Well, he got sick last year unexpectedly and passed away. And then her other son got impulsed in a drive-by, and he passed away a couple months after. So the lady that's adopting him recently lost both of her sons, and her animals are her life. She's a school bus driver, so she's only ever gone like 3 hours at a time. And I just think that she'll be really good to him. And Robin was like, I treat my animals like their family, and I know you do too, and I wouldn't recommend it. And they reimbursed me his adoption fee. They're willing to reimburse my gas for taking him. And so I'm pretty sure if they're willing to invest that money, that kind of tells me that it's probably going to be a really good home. They probably would have drove over and got him, but I really wanted to take him there and be a part of transitioning him into his home, and then maybe having that last day and a half to spend with him. Because I do care about him. I love that little guy. I cried. The whole animal shelter was hugging me, telling me it was okay. They're like, he's gonna be okay. I was like, I know. I don't think it would have. I mean, obviously, giving the cat back is part of fostering, right? You get the kittens, you bottle feed them, you get them strong, they go to good homes. But with him, I think it was different because it wasn't like there were multiple. It was just him. So there was a lot of one-on-one attention, not, 3 or 4 where your attention's divided. You don't really have time to get close to one more than the other. Yes, they're going to update me. She said she would send me videos. She'll send me pictures whenever I want. I'm going to be able to see him as he grows up, which is awesome. And his mother is Maine Coon. So I was right. He does have Maine Coon in him. I think what I'm going to do when I go back, I'm going to see if she wants to maybe adopt his mom too. I think that would be really good. And we could get her out of the shelter too. I don't think it's a kill shelter though, which is a good thing. I know. If he wasn't going to that home, I would have kept him. But she asked me right away, and she's kept in touch, kept up with updates. She asked me to send videos so she can show her other animals. You know how you can get a vibe from someone? I really think she's going to be a great pet owner, and I really think she'll take great care of him. She said if I'm ever in that area, I'm more than welcome to come see medium. Yes, but I have a foster failed as well. Lisa. I would have foster failed. I would have foster failed if he wasn't going back home. He would have been mine. Because when you have a singleton, it's like you develop a bond with them, right? Like, so I feel like him and I had a bond, and so there's no way I would want him to go to I wanted him to go to somewhere I could keep tabs on his progress, and she'll let me, so that makes me feel good. It's hard, double shot, but it does make me feel good that I'm able to help with babies that aren't going to make it, if I can, if I don't. Because I specialize in the neonatal kittens, so those are the ones who lose their mom within the first week or the first couple days, and they need bottle fed and stimulated. And that's another thing. By the time he went back, I'm too much of a I cried like crazy. I cried and cried and cried. I was hysterical. He was using the litter box, Fufu NPP, completely litter trained. The only thing was he wasn't drinking water. So what I was doing was I was taking his wet food and then I was pouring his formula on top of it, and he would lap that up. And so I told Justin, I was like, the only thing is I have not seen him drink water. So he was like, okay, well, we'll pour the formula on his food, and if we notice him getting dehydrated, don't worry, we'll take good care of him. Like, you better, because I own him now, so. Tell her she's actually thank you. So she's actually named him Teddy. So his name is going to be, which is that was her son's name, was Teddy. So she's named him Teddy, and then she's going to keep his middle name is Rue and call him Rue. That's what he's used to. Roger, you are a very sweet guy. So that's his name, and that's what I put on his chip. So since his chip and everything is in my name because of the whole county technicality, they'll have to transfer it to their name when they get him. And he has to get a rabies shot within 10 days, but I'm sure they'll do it. I also was going to say, did you guys know that it is actually a thing to transport animals for people? Like, people pay big money for it. Like, people, breeders pay big money. Well, Daisy, you tell them, I know you think he looks like Scar. I called him Rue, short for Ruger, from the first time I saw him. And because he likes to run and jump around like a little kangaroo. But I'll tell them that you like the name Scar, but I can't guarantee that's what they're going to call him. But I do like the name Scar, too. I knew that he had to have, some kind of Maine Coon in him because his ear tips and his paws are humongous. That cat's going to be huge. Even Winston was getting adjusted to him. My cat wasn't, because my cat hates everybody, but Winston and Negan were. My cat just disappeared. So there's that. Yes, Daisy, I didn't know that. Robin was telling me, she's like, since you like animals so much and you foster them, she's like, you should look into transport because people pay big bucks, breeders, for you to transport the animals. A lot of people go through breeders and they'll go into a different state to get the animal they want. And I was like, God, I never thought about that. I know that I can't drive a commercial vehicle because of my defibrillator, so I don't know if I could get insured to do that is the only thing. Because of my defibrillator, it's a high risk because it could technically go off at any time. Ooh, that's a good name too, Lisa. And so I know that when I get home, I'll probably be home a couple weeks and get some neonatal because it's kitten season. It just kills me. Cats are one of the most mistreated animals on the planet. It really, really kills me. I hate it. I hate how people treat them like they're disposable. I hate it. And what's so crazy is I was never, ever a cat person until I got my first cat. I mean, my mom always had cats growing up, and I hated it. Our house always smelled like cat pee and we had cat hair everywhere, and I was allergic when I was younger. But I got Jess, and once I got Jess, like, I don't know, I turned into a crazy cat lady. Did you guys know that it's scientifically proven that cats give off a pheromone that turns people into crazy cat people? I thought. True story, guys. Bang's a really good name. If I cut out, it's because I'm going through a weird area, and I'll come back as soon as I'm done going through that area. If you guys can hear me. I do like the name Bang. Bang is a good name. I always like it when animals have, like, different names. Or at least Jess is a very, very, very special cat. Jess is a special cat. She's grumpy and she's getting old, but she is special. She's definitely been an emotional support for me a lot. She wasn't happy about the baby, but when the baby was in bed at night, because he started sleeping through the night about the last 4 days, I wasn't having to get up at like 3 anymore. And so her thing is to sleep on my chest. Hey, Bridget. So you guys, Bridget got me a birthday present. It was a candle that said something. What did the candle say, Bridget? Something about your friend. If you're not, light this candle up. If you forget about me, light this candle, I'll burn your house down. It's 94 outside right now. You guys want to see where I'm driving? Hold on, I'll show you. You can kind of see. It gets really pretty through this area. Oh shit. What I do? Camera on. Anyways, nothing new going on from old Parts though. I think she's chilled the fuck out, and it looks like Rev has shut her mouth too. So I did think it was hilarious though that Rev like made a whole thing saying that she was not going to post her children, and people were commenting like, "I applaud your decision to not post your children. That's so mature." And what happened? 5 fucking hours later, she posts a video of her children. Hi, Poon. Yeah. Not for Nikki. She's got half the fucking internet believing she's such a poor victim and everybody just picks on her, right? Poor Icky. Couldn't possibly be because she's shit. Like, her behavior is shit. That couldn't possibly be why it is, right? And then saying that the reason why everybody has a problem with her is because of Truthfully Trisha. Are you fucking kidding me? My problem with her has zero to do with Trisha. I don't even, like, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have never even watched a stream of Trisha. The only way I knew who Trisha was is because I heard people say TT all the time, and I looked her up being on Dr. Phil. That's the only way I even know who Trisha was. Other than that, I don't know that broad. I don't know her. That's not the reason why you're hated, Nikki. You're hated because you're a disgusting, privileged, racist bigot who has no common sense and thinks she can talk shit about everybody else, but if anybody does it to her, she's the victim. That's why people don't like you, Nikki. It has nothing to do with Trisha. I can guarantee it. That's hilarious because you did put your mom through some shit. I think you might have been a better teenager than I was, though. You guys look at this area. It's super pretty. Can you guys see? You can't see it. Never mind. I think I put my mom through more than you put your mom through. But your mom was not psychotic. Mine was. Oh, God, Roger. Careful, don't watch it twice, then you'll be all the way blind. Hi, Michelle. In half a mile. He's left. Why, thank you. I'll do that. I don't even know why I have my GPS on. I know the way to get there. Am I left? Yes. I have a hard time with left and right. Don't judge me. How are you, Michelle? How was your day? But everybody thought that Rue looked amazing. They were all so happy because none of them thought he was going to make it. I was like, oh, so he did give me a cat he didn't think was going to make it. I thought he knew it. I was pissed. I made a comment to him. I was like, you just literally, I sent him a text when I got home, and I was like, you just literally sent me home with a kitten that I don't think is going to make it. That's kind of setting me up for failure. He'll be okay. Keep him warm. But sometimes these animals just don't make it. Okay, that doesn't work for me. Yeah, my mom was. I was kind of, okay, I am going to admit, my mom would tell me no, and I would jump out my window to do what I wanted. So I was kind of bad, but not any more than any other teenager. For some reason, my mother was super toxic towards me. What is that? Oh, it's my watch. My mom was super toxic towards me, mostly. My brother, not really. Still to this day, it's the same fucking way. I don't know why he's so great. He doesn't even speak to me. I don't think it's on purpose, though. I think he's just busy with his life. I love my mom, too. Like I said, I love her. Why? Because she's my mom. Do I like her? Absolutely not. Do I like the person she is? Absolutely not. Do I love her because she's my mother? Yes. Yes, I do. You guys, I have a hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works called Blueberry Crumble. That shit smells so good. I have no idea how Bath and Body Works manages to make their sanitizers not smell like sanitizer. It literally doesn't smell like sanitizer. I guess her kidneys are really bad or something. She sent me a text message. Kidney stones. I'm like, yeah, yeah. If that sounds really insensitive, I'm sorry, you guys. You just have to know my mom. So don't let her do that. Why can I see the fucking face on this? It's driving me nuts. I still have 5G service. Oh, I'm sure she doesn't drink enough water either. So on top of having like the kidney stones, she's not drinking water, which is probably making her feel horrible. I don't know. And I just feel like there's always something. I swear to God, when I was sick, she was jealous. I've never had kidney stones. I had pyelonephritis. That's what it's called, pyelonephritis. Where my kidney, I had a kidney infection and my kidney swelled up 3 times the normal size. That's all. I never had kidney stones. Just the pyelo. And I got better a lot very quickly. I mean, I was still in the hospital for a little bit. but it got better. It is always something. I'm telling you. And I am not exaggerating when I say that, you guys. It's literally always something with her. Always. I love train. What's going on the train, Roger? So does anybody have like big plans tonight, Saturday, or not? No, I'm not working tonight. The negative ghostwriter. I'm off till after my birthday. I just applied for a different job though. Uh, God, sorry, for a different job that is a management position. So let's hope I get that one. I'm really tired of not being a manager. I mean, I'm technically a manager because I'm the only one there at night that has the authority that I have and the computer clearance that I have. But I want to be like a manager where I go during the day and then I leave. That kind of manager. Right, Bridget? Great, thank you. Thanks for leaving, bro. Oh, your son's supposed to be there. What am I saying? You can leave all you want. Is he there? Are you guys doing anything for your dad tomorrow, Daisy? He was my favorite uncle growing up. He was funny. Hey, I was always joking around. Like, you know, a lot of the adults never talk to the kids. My cousin's dad did. Just left you, a-hole. You're an a-hole. Your face is an a-hole. Well, that's fun. I just poked myself in the eyes, and now my eyes watering. You got all your stuff moved? That's awesome. You should go live so we can see it. If you go live, I'll end my life so I can go look. It really sucks that we live so far away. I hate that shit. If Bridget lived closer, I would never probably be. Why am I thought I just resumed. I would never be on YouTube because I would be hanging out with my friends all the time. Are you, Roger? That's sweet of you. I know. It sucks. If we all lived close, that would be so fun. I'm still grateful, though, that we all met and we're all friends, even if it's YouTube that brought us together. Like, a lot of people say you can't trust people on YouTube and you won't meet friends on YouTube, but I have met some good friends. Julie, you're naked? Well, guess what I went to? I went to Ulta and got this stuff called LuxTan facial tanning drops. They worked great. I'm happy with them. Thank you, crazy. Yeah, they did bring us together. It's a true story, Double Shot. You should try the LuxTan face drops, Fridge. Like, I mixed them with my serum and put it on my face, and literally no streaks, super golden, no orange. I also got, so I got two. So before I got the Lux Tan, I got the Touch and Soul ones to see if I liked them. But then when I read the reviews, I was like, oh, I'll try the Lux Tan. So I have two. So I'll send you, you don't have the Touch, you use the Jergens, right, Bridget? Right, Bridget? You use the Jergens self-tanner, right? Because I have the Jergens Touch and Soul Serum Drops, so I'm going to send those to you, so you can try those too. I'm going to send your package as soon as I get home, and then all your birthday stuff's in there. There's so much shit there. Like, literally, last time I had to break it up into two packages because there was too much shit, and it's going to happen again. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to send you that serum, and you can tell me if you like the serum. It's got really good reviews. I just really liked the Lux Tan. Is a little, like, I guess, more user-friendly, and since it was my first time, I really did not want to fuck around drinking my face. Whatever, asshole. I'm waiting for Bart to do something crazy. It should be any time. Lux is good. I only got the face drops, but they were expensive just for the face drops. I don't know if the rest of their stuff works. But I read reviews, and one girl said to make sure you're careful around your hairline and your neck. So I was super careful around my hairline and neck. And then also, after you use it, I guess maybe it doesn't get super dark under there. I don't know. I did what she said. Easier for Amazon, probably. I just don't like waiting. That's my thing. I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting for things to come. And I have Amazon Prime and hardly ever use it. But I really don't like waiting for things to come. Like, I swear to God, sometimes you order something on Amazon and next day shipping will be available. But then when it's something you really want, it's like 7-day shipping. And it gives you no other fucking option because you're a Prime member. So I was like, can't I just pay to get it shipped faster? Oh, no. No. Not if they won't have any of that. I did exfoliate the shit out of my face. I did that last night. Before I even know I was going to get the face drop. But I was watching TikTok. I'm such a sucker. And there was some girl on TikTok talking about the new L'Oreal hyaluronic acid serum, which is just, it's pure hyaluronic acid. And so I looked it up, and it had awesome reviews, like way better than that fucking Orsali hyaluronic acid serum I got in Box Charm. That shit sucks. And it worked really good. And so I got that serum. That's the serum I mixed it with. With the hyaluronic acid. I wanted a hyaluronic acid serum that wasn't L'Oreal. It's just the L'Oreal brand, which usually I don't use, like L'Oreal or Neutrogena or shit like that, because I like what's it called so much better. God, I can't I'm trying. I like so much better, and it's not expensive. Like, it's not like it's a price tag or anything. So usually that's what I'll use. But I saw on TikTok that people were talking about it, saying that it's amazing for like a drugstore brand. So I tried it, And it's amazing for a drugstore brand. It really is. It works really super good. So there's that. Oh, really? Trying to think of the eye cream that I have. What do I have? My eye cream is, I have a Tula eye cream, but I use the Clinique Laser Repair eye cream and the Clinique, the Clinique Moisture Surge eye cream. It's like an eye gel. But what I started using, which I really, really like, is the Ole Hendrickson banana eye cream, brightening banana brightening eye cream. That one. I really like that one, and it works really well. So. Oh God, I hate that kind of stuff. Clinique is. There's certain Clinique things I like. Like I really like. They have these two. They're like these little bottles, and they're called Fresh Press. And so in the morning, it's called the Fresh Press. In the morning is a vitamin C serum, and then at night it's a retinol serum. And they're like these little tubes. You like crush the top. Those are great. I really like those. Clinique does a good job with like creams. I don't like their makeup. Not a fan. I also don't like their perfume. Happy. Not a fan. Last year for Mother's Day, my kids got me this Clinique, like one of those spinning brushes for your face, and you can buy all different like attachments, like exfoliating, polishing, all of those. Bye, Bridge, love you. Ooh, that's gotta be nasty. Don't vomit, don't spit, only swallow. Love you, but oh, can't remember. Never mind. Their skincare's great. That's all I gotta say. Most of the makeup I use, I use all different. I use some drugstore, I use some high end, I use some lower end. I use a lot of Hourglass. It tastes horrible, right? Have you guys ever had orange juice after you brush your teeth? It's so different. Like I remember being in like seventh grade, and the only makeup I wore, I did not wear foundation or anything. I have freckles, so I just didn't even bother with foundation. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't use foundation, bronzer, blush, none of that. I used Max Factor 2,000 calorie mascara. That was it. I'm trying to think. So I got a dark because I used the tanning drops. So I got a darker. Right now, my go-to foundation ish is the Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid. Pretty Fresh Color Pop Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid skin tinted moisturizer. It's just a tinted moisturizer. Love it. It's not too heavy of coverage. I love it. I use the Hourglass powder. As a matter of fact, I'm sending some of that to Bridget. I don't know about anybody else. Hourglass makes amazing makeup. I do have their Hourglass Vanish stick. Great for if you want a foundation that's like a fuller coverage. Summertime, I only like to wear tinted moisturizer, so that's that. But their Vanish stick, amazing. Their powder, amazing. They have what's called Reflect, which is an eyeshadow, amazing. Their concealer, super amazing. I've not used their highlighter yet. I have their blush, which has got the highlight specs in it, but just the blush. And I have a mascara by them. I'm obsessed lately with Hourglass. I really like it. I'll have to try their highlighter. For my eyebrows, I use a Hourglass pencil. actually. I use two different pencils. I use an Anastasia of Beverly Hills, Anastasia, you know, however you say it. I use that in a light color, like a light blonde color, and then I use the Hourglass one in a darker color and kind of make them look microbladed in the front. And then I use a really light powder over those. And then I use that's something that is not high end. The NYX Brow Glue, I recommend that to anybody. For just not. ColourPop is awesome. So I'll tell you guys what, I have a couple other tinted moisturizers. I have the Urban Decay one, the newer one that just came out, Stay Naked. And then I also have what is the other one? It is not drugstore. It's Benefit's brow pencils are really good, right? Double shot. I'm really impressed with them. I use one of those too. I think I use the color number 3 in the winter. Summertime, I always light my brows up. God, what is the name of it? My other moisturizer. It's not Urban Decay. Pure. It's by Pure. I do like some of Pure's makeup. I have the, I should have brought that palette with me. Why didn't I? The Raw Beauty by Christie's new palette. But I got my Ipsy today, and there is a palette in there. I cannot remember what the name of it is, but it's a really good palette. I used it today. It's a really cool color. And then to put my eyelashes on, I use the Falscara. I just put it on like, hi Roger, we're talking about makeup. I hope I'm not boring you. I put the Falscara on like mascara and my eyelashes stick right to it. I put them, like I said, though, I do put them on the underside so you can't see a lash line. My eyeshadow lately is usually just, I use the MAC Paint Pot to prime my eyes in soft ochre. It's like an old fan favorite. I've used that for years. I use that to prime my eyes, and then if I'm not going anywhere, I'll just dust some powder over it to have a base up there if I'm not wearing eyeshadow, and maybe put a little bit of eyeliner on. And then I also, my bronzer is the Hoola Light. That's what I use for bronzer, but I am also a huge fan of Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Not only is it amazing, but it smells fucking bomb too. And then I also, the blush I use a Milk stick, like a cream blush. I use that, and then I use the Hourglass blush. But, e.l.f. makes the putty blushes amazing. I'm about to lose reception, you guys. Aww. Well, thank you everybody for talking to me and keeping me company, but I am actually, it's showing me my bars are going down steadily. So, whoever is still here, thank you for being here. I love you guys. Roger, I love you so much, my friend. I'm going to get my email. I'm getting off right now because my e.l.f. is really good lately too. They have that coconut setting spray. It's amazing. Amazing. They also have a workout cooling spray that I use when I'm done working out, and I love it. But my bars are going down as I'm speaking. So I love you, Double Shot. I'll talk to you later. Roger, I love you too. I will get my email address to you so that we can talk through email if I'm ever not online, and I will talk to you all later.